So remember last episode when I said we were going to come back sometime in the month of May, but I wasn't 100% sure when? Well, we are back a little bit earlier than expected. We'll find out why in just a moment. It's something that I wanted you guys to be here for. Welcome back to Ituano. It is our Youth Academy Challenge here on YouTube. If you've been enjoying the series so far, please make sure that you hit that like button on the video. We've got two matches today. We're on the road against Remo and at home against Ferroviário. That one's going to be on TV. Very excited about that, but we have a lot of action that we need to go over, and we're going to do it, well, right now. Now, you may remember that at the end of the last episode, we came away with a nice victory, 4 points on the table. We were in 9th place, so I didn't have a lot of expectations in our next match because we were on the road, but my expectations absolutely exceeded. Great feed by Gabriel Rosera, finding Victor Reis 22 minutes in to give us a 1-0 lead. Amazonas would, however, get one back, an absolutely deadly counterattack. 81 minutes in, a ball thrown over the top. Mateus Serafim onside squares it over to Luis Fernando to make it 1-1. But we would find an answer, and it would come from a substitute on his debut, Edson Jose, the youngster, putting it past the goalkeeper, Ayrton. 2-1, your final score. Possession ended up being the story of this one. Even though they managed to out-XG us in the match, we took advantage of our opportunities, and back-to-back wins put us in a great position on the table. But even better, it gave us a ton of confidence. As we hosted America Mineiro, we managed to put 5 on the board. Gabriel Rosera and Jay Carlos, who got the start on the left wing for this one, absolutely running the show. In fact, Jay Carlos ending up with 3 assists. Edson Jose, a second goal in a second consecutive sub appearance. We ended up running them all over the pitch. And even though we weren't as impressive against Atletico, we still ended up on the right side of the scoreline. Jay Carlos scoring again. Mateus Conceição picking up an assist. He's really locking down that right wing spot now that Gil Ballara is no longer on the team. Which leads us to an incredibly unexpected position, and this is what I wanted to make sure that you guys had the opportunity to see, just in case things absolutely fall apart in this episode. We have played 5 matches. We do have a game in hand on the 2 teams ahead of us, America de Natal and Sport Recife. 12 points on the board through 5. Just the 1 loss, and you remember that came in week 1. So we have won 4 on the bounce, including a 2-1 victory at home over Jequié in the Copa do Brazil 3rd round. Now, I got to admit, I was a little nervous in this match. We took the lead, but then we gave it up rather quickly, so we were tied heading into halftime. Jay Carlos finally broke through with about 8 minutes left in regulation. They were playing an incredibly high line. They were very aggressive with us, and even though we dominated on the ball and most of the statistical categories, we just struggled to break through. Hopefully our second leg will be a little bit better. But my primary focus today is keeping our win streak in the league going, and we're going to do it with what has become our primary lineup. We did rotate quite a bit in that cup match. Andre is going to be in goal. It's a back 4 of Gabriel Diaz, Canela, Carlau, and JP. Igor at the base of the midfield. He has been excellent. He scored 3 goals so far. Nice showing from the 18-year-old. Celio Pereira Silva continues to be an absolute force in the midfield, paired alongside Victor Reis. Jay Carlos, now 6 goals and 5 assists on the campaign. He'll be out on the left-hand side. Mateus Conceição, he's got 5 assists of his own on the right, and Gabriel Rosera is our primary goal-scoring threat. He's got 8 added an assist. You saw that highlight already. He will be leading the line as our striker. We have just been, in the league so far, so very good at getting the ball forward and getting the ball forward quickly, even though we're not really playing Route 1 football by any stretch of the imagination. Now, a narrow diamond for Remo could give us a little bit of a headache. I'm hoping it doesn't. Usually we've been able to boss the midfield, but it's going to be pretty packed solid according to just the way that system typically will work. Let's just see what we are able to do on the pitch. We do have the first highlight of the match, and it is early on. Celio Pereira Silva splaying it out the right side. Mateus Conceição gets around his man, puts it in the middle. Gabriel Rezera's shot will be blocked, and it will be put behind for a corner, but an early set-piece opportunity. We could threaten and go up 1-0 very quickly in this match. Gabriel Abdias. Oh, Canella came that close. To be fair to what I said earlier, as we throw a little encouragement to the team, hopefully it's not going to cause an issue. While we spend a lot of time with the ball in the midfield, we do like to use the wings to progress as much as possible. Enzo getting around his man. JP having the track back, doing a decent job. It's put in back post into the ground. Andre is going to deal with that pretty easily, but the flag is up anyway. So even if he had been beaten, it really would not have made much of a difference. We do like using the wings. We do try to get the ball forward to Jay Carlos. In particular, we really have been spending a lot of time on that left-hand side in the last couple of matches. Not that we're favoring it by any stretch of the imagination. And as I'm talking about it, by the way, we were using the right wing. So what do I know? JP, good ball forward. Pereira Silva around the side. Jay Carlos takes it deep in for Pereira Silva. Looking back post for Mateus Conceição. The defense, though, will do their jobs and put it out behind for a corner. We do have 3 shots on goal so far in the first 25 minutes or so. We have yet to get a shot on target, however. And we come back with Remo in control of the ball in the middle third. Ball played out to Enzo along the near side. Carlau, though, will take over in the box. Mateus Conceição waiting on the ball, looking to throw it forward. Finds Gabriel Rezera. Does Rezera have any help in the middle? No, so he's just going to take it himself, and he just missed that far post. It looked like it did catch a deflection on the way out, so it's going to be another Ituano corner. JP looking to send it in. He's got Carlau along the far post. He goes shorter. Canella, though, can't get his head on it. Recycled by Conceição. Jay Carlos gives it back to him. Conceição and the goalkeeper doing a pretty good job deflecting that over the crossbar and out. 5 corner opportunities, and we have yet to take advantage of one. Now, Sport Recife, we mentioned, was ahead of us on the table. They are currently losing to San Jose, another team that was promoted from Série C last year, by a score of 1-0. Gomez dropping it back. Wallison, Leiva into the middle. Dodo back out wide. Wallison carrying it in deeper. 3 men in the middle. Great defensive play by Gabriel Diaz to get it out quickly. Gabriel Rezera in control. Again, waiting for help, but he's going to push it deeper on his own, and that's where the highlight is unfortunately going to end. You got to love key highlights sometimes, my friends. Corner kick opportunity now for Remo. About 7 minutes remaining in this match. What a save by Andre. Dodo trying to play it ahead quickly. Levia dropping it back. Reynaldo to Enzo, who will give it to Wallison. They're going to try the other side, but to no avail. As I mentioned, San Jose 1-0 over Sport Recife right now, and if we do have the opportunity to look at the table, we have moved ahead of them by virtue of the point we are currently earning into second place in Serie B, and that's where we are after 45 minutes of play. We have the better of the run of play, 66% possession, 6 shots on goal, just 2 of them on target. That needs to get a little better in the final 45. That all being said, I have believed in being as positive as possible in our halftime team talks. Terrible turnover by Igor. And early on, Remo sending it forward. Igor heads it away, but right to the feet of Enzo. Enzo's ball in, though, will be dealt with quite handily by Andre as he drops it down. Canella getting it started. Bit of a high line right now for Remo as they're looking to get the ball back quickly. But we get it ahead. Mateus Conceição finds Victor Reis back out wide. Conceição. We want Conceição to be able to go down the pitch. Victor Reis ahead. Gabriel Rezera across. Pereira Silva. He will put it out wide. Conceição edge of the box. Dribbling before dropping it back to JP. Back Conceição quickly. Victor Reis into the middle. Pereira Silva across. Jay Carlos. He'll take a shot. And Fintelman has to lay out and push that behind for the corner. A very positive start to this second half in the first minute and change of this match. Gabriel Diaz looking to find a man in the middle. Reynaldo will clear it, and Eduardo Melo will gain control for Remo. Turnover, though, to Igor. Quickly ahead, Gabriel Rosera. I don't know what that was all about. I'm not too upset about the position we find ourselves in right now. I will gladly take a point on the road. Obviously, we want 3. Leiva sends the corner in, dealt with easily by Igor, but Enzo tracking back to get it. Leiva with a shot on goal. Did that catch the hand of Andre? I believe it did, because it was just off of the post. They wouldn't have gotten the corner that they did. America de Natal still sitting at the top of the table. I believe that we can overtake them if we are somehow able to eke out a victory here. As I mentioned, we've won 4 in a row in the league, 5 in all competitions. Can we make it 5 and 6? Ball around the side. Celio Pereira Silva cutting it back to his right, taking the shot on. And Fintelman will put that over the bar. Another corner chance for Ituano and JP along the near side. His in-swinging delivery. Conceição's getting a little knackered. Looking back post. It won't make its way all the way to Carlau. And we'll be headed out for a final third throw-in, which we will get to see. JP, 60th minute. Into the ground at the feet of Victor Reis, who will get it back from JP. JP once again in control. Carlau to Igor, out wide. Forward for Conceição, but he had his back to the goal. So Carlau will have to deal with that. But Dodo picking up a yellow card, getting in the way of Carlau. Canella, the defender, in on that one, which could have been very dangerous if that yellow card went in the other direction. We would have found ourselves down a man, and we would have struggled to hold on to this point at that juncture. Igor to JP, taking his time. Back for Igor. Gabriel Abdias. Maybe we have to open things up a little bit. This short play, they're really guarding us quite tightly at this point in the match with 30 minutes to go. Maybe if we open up, go a little bit more direct with our passing, maybe knock the tempo up a little bit, we can get something going. Gabriel Rosera, I literally just told you, do not shoot from range. We have gotten a little wider, we have gotten a little more direct, and we have kicked up the tempo a little bit, and we have taken over the ball in the midfield. Victor stepping in front of that pass. He's still with it around the edge of the box on the near side. Victor Reis finds Celio Pereira Silva across. Conceição, his shot is blocked. Enzo will clear it into the path of Dodo, waiting for support, but Remo looking to counterattack along the near side. Great defensive play, though, by Jay Carlos to put it out. 20 minutes to go. We're going to consider making a substitution depending on how things go right here. Conceição dropping it back to Carlau. JP, we're kind of going in the wrong direction. Like, the ball is not being played ahead of our players. Jay Carlos, though, getting it back. It's around Wallace, and Jay Carlos deep. He'll circle it back. Jay Carlos still with it, and he just misses that post. So we will make a tactical switch. Gabriel Rosera is going to come out. We're going to put in Gui Miranda up top. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to put Jay Carlos up top. Gui Miranda's going to come in on the right wing, and we're going to bring in Vinny Oliveira on the left. We are without our young striker, whose name is now all of a sudden escaping me, did pick up an injury. Marcus Antonio, thank you very much to my semi-short-term memory, coming back just in the nick of time. He picked up an injury in training. He will be out for the next couple of weeks. I believe he suffered a concussion, so hopefully no long-term lasting effects for the 17-year-old there. Ball played forward. Celio Pereira Silva, he is still excellent. Dribbling a little bit too much. He's dispossessed. Leiva in control. They've got a Carlau on their defensive line as well. Who would have thought? Enzo now up the left wing. We have played 73 minutes in this match. Still no score. Hopefully it will still be no score after Remo loses possession of the ball, or after their possession is completed. Daliaglio to Rodrigo. Oh, he's going to find Enzo. And Enzo charging in, headed on by Eduardo Melo. And it is going to be off target blissfully. Andre looking to get things started. Maybe we can see something positive at the end of this highlight. Splayed out to the near side. Gabriel Abdias to Vini Oliveira. Celio Pereira Silva has 3 men on him. Abdias. Oliveira quickly to Pereira Silva. Over the top into the path of Jay Carlos. 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he cannot tuck it under that crossbar. Missed opportunity after missed opportunity in this match. We've had a ton of corners. We haven't scored. Maybe this one. JP to Igor. What a save by Fintelman. And JP will get another bite at the apple from the near corner. Igor right on target. Unfortunately, just too close to the goalkeeper. Going back post, Carlau, his shot is blocked. It's cleared out to Dodo. In control for Remo, and the counterattack was on until Gui Miranda picked his pocket from behind. Great defensive play from a player that we really haven't seen that kind of defense from in a long time. Mateus Alucio. There are a ton of highlights in this match where nothing really has happened. I mean, Dodo well off target with that wayward finish. 10 minutes remaining in this match, and I don't know if I want to make any additional changes. JP's getting a little knackered. It's because he has to keep trying to track down Enzo. Ball played through his feet. Victor Reis, though, able to knock it clear. Jay Carlos getting a little support in the middle. He's got Celio Pereira Silva. Can he play it through the line to Jay Carlos? No, Pereira Silva's going to take it himself, and Fintelman will make an easy save. Guys, you've got to look for the passing opportunity sometimes. And at this point, with just over 5 minutes left to go, I'm wondering, do we just hang on to the 0-0 draw, take the point, and regroup in our next match? Or do we score in the final third throw-in? Who knows? Ball played. Victor Reis chasing it down in open space. Pereira Silva chipping it back out wide. JP. Victor Reis. Gui Miranda turns, fires, and Fintelman grabs that one again. Fintelman has easily been the best player on the pitch for Remo this match. Maybe you could make the argument that Enzo has been pretty good, but he's just really run up the line, and when they feed him the ball, they feed him the ball. Vini Oliveira getting past his man, kicking it into the middle. Victor Reis, Canella ahead for JP, going Miranda, back for Victor Reis, around the side, Miranda, can he push it? Victor Reis has a man in the middle. It's Pereira Silva. His shot is blocked. Salinas in control. Are they going to go on a quick counter? Not really. I think Remo may be content to take a point at home. We have outshot them 19-8. We have 8 shots on target, and yet we still cannot solve the Remo goalkeeper. In stoppage time, Enzo looking for Salinas. Gabriel Diaz will clear it. Adriel recycles quickly. Alucio with a shot, looking for that top corner. Could not find it. 4 minutes have been added on, and I think they are going to elapse without anything. As I say that, Football Manager is listening. Leiva out for Mateus Alucio. Overtaken, though, by Vini Oliveira. Igor, can we start one last rush? Pereira Silva, his pass across, picked off by Enzo. Adriel now played forward. Dodo behind the lines. It's Salinas. Salinas is in, saved by Andre, and Remo with a late corner opportunity to try to steal all 3 points at home. We have played pretty well in this match. Not the offensive output that we saw in the review of what's happened since the last episode, but honestly, I will take a 0-0 draw on the road versus a loss any day of the week. However, I do feel, generally speaking, we were the better team and probably should have come away with all 3 points. Through the first 3 seasons of The Save, we've gotten some amazing youth intakes. I can't wait to see what happens this year. We have upgraded our youth facilities. They are now rated as good. I am so very glad that this board has seen fit to invest some of that oh so juicy Gabriel Martinelli money. Unfortunately, there is a downside to our success. Canella has come to us and said that he wants to play for a stronger club. Told him he was an important player. He wasn't buying it. He really wants to go. I really don't want him to leave at all. So basically said, sorry, dude, you're stuck with us. And now he is supremely unhappy. Good news is most of the team seems to be on our side. Gabriel Rosero, Jay Carlos, Mateus Conceição, Gabriel Diaz, they are all with us in our thinking of making sure Canella stays here on the team. Same with Vinny Oliveira. Hopefully, Canella's unhappiness does not spill over into his play on the pitch because he is in the lineup today. A win today against Ferroviário, and we remain in the promotion spots. Still early doors, but in the promotion spots to potentially make it up to Série A next season. We're going with the same lineup. It's going to be Andre in goal, Gabriel Diaz, Canella, Carlau, and JP on the back line. In the midfield, it's going to be Igor, Victor Reis, and Pereira Silva, Jay Carlos, and Mateus Conceição on the wings. Gabriel Rosero, who has had a rough couple of matches, he's still going to be the striker. Canella did seem motivated in the team talk, so hopefully our conversation midweek is not going to have too much of an effect. We have gone unbeaten in our last 5 matches in Serie B since we lost on opening day. Let's make it 6, shall we? As once again, we are dominating in possession early doors in this match. We just have not yet been able to break through. And Ferroviário, or whatever their name is in control of the ball. Sent long, though, it is settled down by Canella. Carlau will push it forward to JP. Out wide, Mateus Conceição knocks it past his man, but does not get after it as Makes puts his leg in there and fouls him. Just going to get a warning, no yellow card on that one, but it will lead to an Ituano free kick. Pretty good play so far in the early going, both in this match and in our first campaign in Serie B. Jay Carlos, what ball movement to try to get around his man. He's still in possession along the sideline, frees it to Pereira Silva. They'll switch places. Pereira Silva is deep, plays it to the edge of the box. Igor, his shot on, will be blocked by João Ramos and cleared away, but Canella recycling it quickly, except Igor cannot control that. And here they come the other way. Rodrigo Rodriguez pushing it out wide. So far, so good in this match. Only 1 shot on goal, however, through 15 minutes. And it does belong to Ituano. It was that effort from Igor that just didn't quite make it all the way in on the goalkeeper. Vitinho in control. Mignotti back for João Pedro. There are a lot of João Pedros, a lot of João Victors I've noticed in this league. Turnover in the midfield, though. Victory stepping in front of that pass. Gabriel Rosero knocked down from behind by João Pedro. That will earn him a yellow card, get him in the referee's book and on his radar. And a free kick in opposition territory for Ituano. Victor Reis back for Igor. Canella across for Carlau. JP tucking in as a DM. Igor throwing it ahead, finds Conceição deep. He's got a man on him. Gets it free for Pereira Silva, whose shot is just going to whistle wide. And Ferroviário was going to look to get things restarted once again as he surveys the landscape. Sends it long, and who is there but Canella to head it forward? Victor Reis, Pereira Silva. We are once again in enemy territory. JP looking to go long up that right wing. He's got Mateus Conceição. Plays it into the middle. Gabriel Rosero. His shot is blocked. Jay Carlos picking up the rebound, putting it home. Gabriel Rosero will get credit for the assist, and Ituano leading 1-0. Beautiful second effort by Jay Carlos. Conceição. Nice square pass to Gabriel Rosero. Probably should have gotten a little more on it, but the ball spins right to the feet of Jay Carlos, and I will take a lead anyway. I can get it. JP will take it. I love these final third throw-ins, man. JP back for Victor Reis. Apologize for the dog in the background. I think Pizza's here. Conceição into the middle. Gabriel Rosero, but the flag is up along the far sideline. That one's coming back, and it's going to remain a 1-0 contest. VAR is going to look at it. But it has been my experience in Football Manager, when you see the flag go up from the assistant, it never gets overturned. Still a minute left to play in first half stoppage time. Igor off of the goal kick, winning it back. JP to Canella. I love this possession game that we are playing. It does lead for long highlights and even longer YouTube episodes. Great job by Conceição to get past his man. Plays it across. Jay Carlos along the near side. Pereira Silva. He will turn it back inside. Victor Reis. Jay Carlos with it in traffic, and João Ramos will clear that into touch. But another final third throw-in coming up for Ituano if there is time for it, as time keeps ticking away in this first half. Abdias throwing it in. Plays it back to Pereira Silva. Hands it off to Igor across, looking for JP. Rodrigo Rodriguez steps in front of that, but we win it back. Played back Carlau, and that will finally bring the whistle. A very strong first half for Ituano, but Operario Ferroviário is still in this match. It's so easy for me to say it when it is in front of me. 1-0. Wow, look at that score. America de Natal 7, Chapecoense 2. That is absolutely ridiculous. So America de Natal still at the top of the table, currently on 19 points. However, if we are able to hold on to this victory, we will be sitting alone in second place on 16 points through 7 matches, which is a place that I did not imagine us being when we started this season. JP deep in their zone. Dispossessed, though, by Rodrigo Rodriguez. Playing it back to Rodriguez. Can they get it forward quickly? They do. Ball forward. Stepping under it is Vitinho. He'll be cut off quickly by Igor, but he gets around to Vitinho into the middle. Finds Wellington Mateus, who finds the back of the net, and how quickly the tide can turn. Just their first shot on target of the match, and they made us pay on the counter. Celio Pereira Silva kind of hanging on to the ball a little bit too long. Finally gets it to Diaz. Jay Carlos up that left side. Defender sticks with him pretty well. But a second effort, Jay Carlos getting a little bit of space. Will drop it back. Igor putting a shot on from range. Lucas Wingard is going to have to deal with it. And Ituano putting a lot of pressure on Ferroviário. About 10 minutes into this second half. Gabriel Diaz to take the corner, looking for Carlau, back post, finds him. How did that stay out? I don't know. How were they able to scramble it away? I also do not know. We need to find a second gear in this match, because no matter how well we are playing, we still find ourselves with a tie score just over 30 minutes remaining in regulation. Vitinho, not that it's going to overtime or extra time or any kind of penalty kicks. It's regular season. It'll end in a draw. If it ends in a draw, turnaround shot, Andre tipping that behind, will lead to a Ferroviário corner, which we will not get to see. Just the 2 shots on target so far. Victor Reese having a good game. Conceição playing well. Jay Carlos also an excellent match. He is our goal scorer. If we can somehow find a way to get him a second, I will be a very, very happy football manager. Victor Reese, Gabriel Rosera around the side. Mateus Conceição, is he onside? I believe he is. Plays it back into the middle. Rosera can't get his foot on it, and Ferroviário is able to clear it into the path of Vitinho. Vitinho very dangerous in this match, looking to release his striker, and unfortunately for them, he's not going to be able to. Gabriel Diaz now in control, looking for Jay Carlos along that far sideline. Finds him. Pereira Silva dropping it for Igor. Victor Reese now in control. Igor again out wide for Abdias. Ahead, Jay Carlos. Pereira Silva giving it back to Jay Carlos, cutting in. His cross will be blocked and will go out for an Ituano corner. A ton of activity in this match. We have not made any tweaks to our tactic or our lineup, but we have demanded more from the team. Hopefully they deliver in this possession. Conceição to Victor Reese, quickly forward to Gabriel Rosera. Pereira Silva, not a lot of weight on that pass, but he's able to find Jay Carlos. He's fouled by Gabriel Souza, already on a yellow card, and the ref has gone to his pocket. Gabriel Souza has picked up his second yellow. That means he is sent off, and Ferroviário is down to 10 men. I am considering going more attacking, but I feel that that is not going to do us any good in this situation. Having a conversation on stream over the weekend about just how dangerous it seems to be when you are facing 10 men, and it's very difficult to actually win those matches because it seems like Football Manager overcompensates, and that is never a good thing for us. Gabriel Rosera is going to come off. We'll move Jay Carlos up top, bring in Manuel Rodriguez. The youngster is motivated. Hasn't really gotten a lot done for us, but I feel like his day is coming. That is not going to be the only change, though. Vinny Oliveira is going to come in on the right wing in place of Mateus Conceição, who, while he has played well, is feeling a little bit knackered. We have 2 matches coming up in the next 7 or 8 days, so we do have to protect the fitness of our players. Gabriel Diaz to Igor. We kind of have slowed things down a little bit, haven't we? Abdias up the sideline. Rodriguez, they're giving him plenty of space. Rodriguez still in possession, knocks it past one man, takes it to the edge of the box. He's deep. His cross is going to be blocked, and Felipe will clear that out, but there's one back by Carlau. Victor Reese, Celio Pereira Silva back to the goal, so we'll lay it back off to Reese. JP now, J. Carlos turning, firing, getting blocked. Played in by JP, but there is no one there to collect it, and it will be a Ferroviário goal kick. We are going to make some adjustments to our instructions. We are going to go a little bit more direct. We're going to go a little bit, we're going to knock up that tempo just a little bit, and hopefully we can break through, but I'm pretty sure that this match is going to end in a 1-1 draw unless Vinny Oliveira can get something going here. Jay Carlos will give it back to him. Back for JP across. Igor, Celio Pereira Silva, Gabriel Abdias back for Igor. His pass forward is picked off by Felipe, and Ferroviário once again in control, and if they can get the ball forward, then they'll have an opportunity to break the deadlock, but they've turned it over. Carlau ahead. Victor Reese to Igor. It seems like even though we knocked up the tempo, we are still taking our time. Good ball ahead for J. Carlos, but they'll just lay it back for JP. Igor, J. Carlos, and that will bring the final whistle from the referee. So after 4 consecutive matches in the league where we found ourselves victorious and a 5th in the cup, we have now had back-to-back draws. It has not affected our standing in the league. Ituano in 2nd place on 14 points, and so far in Serie B, so good. I'm a little concerned about how our goal scoring seems to have dried up just a little bit, but hopefully we will return to form at home against Chapecoense in our next match. We're also going to take on Ceará at home. Hopefully we've also advanced into the 4th round of the Copa do Brasil. We're going to play that match, our second leg against Jequié, off camera in between episodes. If you enjoyed that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, or if you're brand new, and come on back for more of our Youth Academy Challenge with Ituano in Brazil's Serie B next time. Until then, my friends, bye-bye.